In the ventral medial nucleus of the hypothalamus, the rat recovers and then it eats, as long as the food tastes good. So we get the fat rats. And if you lesion the lateral nucleus of the hypothalamus, you have to be very careful to get the animal to recover, but when it recovers, it'll take water and then sugar water and then a malted milk and baby food, and eventually it'll eat, but you get a skinny rat, underweight rat, and if you stimulate the ventral medial nucleus, the animal stops eating, even though it's been deprived of food, and if you stimulate the lateral nucleus, the animal eats, even though it just ate. So the stimulation and the lesion studies in this case agree with each other, with the interpretation that the hypothalamus, or these parts of the hypothalamus, are involved in homeostatic mechanism controlling when to eat and when to stop eating. If you're malnourished, if you haven't had enough food in your body, you should eat, and if you're full, then you stop eating. And so it's like a thermostat that if it's too cold, turns on the heater, if it's too hot, it turns on the air conditioner. That's the interpretation, and the hypothalamus has other regulatory mechanisms like that. How many got this one? Okay, so looks like most. Stimulated A, B, C and D. If you stimulated A, you get motor movements on the right side of the body. Stimulated B, the person has sensations on the right side of the body. We'll go over this a little bit more with a picture. Maybe that's the face. So maybe we get a motion on the right side of the face and a stimulant sensation that something is burning or touching the right side of the face. C, the person is going to hear something, so when the temporal lobes, so we've got the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, the temporal lobe. Stimulating the temporal lobe, the person is going to hear things. Stimulating the occipital lobe, the person is going to see things, so vision, audition, bodily sensations, and bodily movements. How many got those? So need to know the organization of the brain. All right. Homework number 26 I'm assigning. That's to do CALIT quiz, the multiple choice quiz for chapter 3. So you go to the CALIT, follow the link to the CALIT website, choose chapter 3, and do the multiple choice quiz, and then take it and print out page 1 only. I'm reminding you it invites you to send it by email. You can send it to yourself by email, I don't care, but I'm getting about 100 emails a day. Bring page 1 and turn that in. If you haven't done so already, read the essay assignment. This is due the last week of class, but I want you to start thinking about it. Basically, it asks you to think about your education, what you're planning to do with your life, how the two connect with each other. Are you going to acquire the skills you'll need to get the job that you're planning to get at some point? Reminding you that chapters 3 and 4 have asterisks on them. Chapter 3 we're finishing up this week, and we're heading into chapter 4. And now is a good time to catch up on the reading if you're behind. Now is a good time to finish the SONA assignment if you want to be in experiments. Now is a good time to do them. Remember, they tend to fall off, and you have fewer opportunities the last week. So if you want to do experiments this week, next week, maybe the following week, but the last week of class, not a good idea to be trying to do them then, but you can write the essays at the last instead, or the last part of class. All right, take a look.